Fitch running this triple option to perfection. Excellent decision again, and it should be 1st and goal now for Air Force.
You have to have somebody designed to take the quarterback, or this is what a good quarterback is going to do. That time right there, they broke down on the assignment, and a quarterback is not going to take it out of his hands if at all possible. He's going to keep the football unless you make him pitch it, and that time Fitch is making him pay on indecisiveness on San Diego State's defensive part.
The #1 rushing offense in the Mountain West, 5th in the nation, grinding out 258 yards plus a game, and they're moving now. 1st and goal at the 9. 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. Cole is the fullback. Holstich along with Butler in the backfield, and wedging it forward goes Cole, and Cole's to the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal there. They moved the pile. Glad to have you with us here at the United States Air Force Academy. A Mountain West game between the Falcons and San Diego State. I'm Gary Bender along with Kelly Stoffer and Anne-Marie Anderson. Big game for the Academy as they try to continue on their march to be bowl eligible. San Diego State with the lead 14-7, and they're trying to break a 6-game losing streak. 2nd and goal now from the 5. Cole remains in at fullback. Here's Fitch. Fitch is going to keep. Ducks up the field. Driving for the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Air Force. Fitch with his 2nd touchdown of the day. And I'm telling you, this guy really impresses me.
You know, and you've said it a few times on this drive, Gary, decision-making. And that's the one thing that Sean Carney suffered from because he was a freshman. Not great decisions, when to keep, when to pitch. But Fitch has made great decisions this entire game, really, especially on this drive.
Point after attempt now. Michael Greenaway to kick it. I think that's Scott Eberly. Eberly is in now. Eberly early in the year was his field goal kicker, and he's able to hit this. So Greenaway is not kicking. We're tied at 14. 10-12 to go as Fitch and company now rolling.
Chuck, that's the 1 millionth time you picked up that thing. You deserve a treat. Anything you want.
Anything?
Buy a new Arctic Cat snowmobile and get no money down, no interest, and no payments for 6 months, or 6.9% financing for 48 months, or up to a 3-year warranty.
One of the things I really appreciate about coming to Sonic is that if I want to get my supersonic cheeseburger how I want it, then that's how they'll make it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want no mustard, I want extra ketchup. They'll do that for me.
I do think, though, that power is making you a little bossy.
Wow, I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Why don't you order me a sundae, though, huh?
Better burgers. Sonic's got them, others don't. Our burgers are better because we make them after you order them, the way you like them, with the freshest ingredients. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
I'm not exactly what you'd call a do-it-yourselfer.
Hey, guys, what do you think?
But when I heard how affordable Quest high-speed internet is and how easy Quest makes it to get, I thought, I guess I'll give it a shot.
Quest Choice DSL makes it easy to step up to high-speed internet. It's just $26.99 a month, about the same price as dial-up. And that's not an introductory price, that's the price. Another example of the Quest promise of value.
Hey, I did it!
What's going on here? That's our spirit of service in action.
Right now, Air Force has found the option game, and Adam Fitch has been superb. His 2nd touchdown of the day. That was a 67-yard drive in 12 plays, 4 minutes and 35 seconds. And you made a comment, Kelly, during the break. Not many teams have done this to San Diego State.
Yeah, and regardless of how they've tried, through the air or on the ground, you just don't drive the ball very consistently and very long against this defense. And very impressive, but the decision-making, Gary, is what you've hit on a few times, and that is what the difference is, making great decisions at the quarterback spot.
Horns and Connerly go back for San Diego State. And the kickoff is going to be unreturnable as it kind of dies in the wet grass here, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. So Greenaway kicked off. Eberly a moment ago added the point after. Greenaway, the senior. Eberly, they're trying to give him opportunity to carry into the next season. So from the 20-yard line now, we're tied for the 2nd time.
You know, it'll be interesting because the effect that the offense for Air Force has on the opposing offense when they drive the ball like they did right there. San Diego State was in a rhythm. Now that offense has been sitting over there for over 5 minutes, actually 4.5 minutes, and we'll see if they can come back and hit their stride once again.
So O'Connell and the Aztecs will start from the 20. Bourne's a single running back. Low snap. O'Connell's got it. Stepping up. He flushed out. Looking up the field. And he throws it away. He tried to get to Devin Pitts. The pitch was well covered. Now there's a flag at the 22-yard line. As O'Connell trying to buy more time, the penalty's going to go against Air Force.
I think it's going to be a late hit right here on O'Connell. Oh, actually, they're calling him across the line.
Oh, so he threw the ball past the line of
You're
scrimmage, and it is right because they were at the 20 and he released it, well, yeah, about the 21-yard line. So that will move it back. It's against San Diego State.
Yeah, Marcus Brown, the linebacker for Air Force, put his hands on O'Connell as he got toward the sideline. I thought it would be pretty touchy if they called that, but they're going to call O'Connell across the line of scrimmage before he threw the football.
And again, we will have to repeat what is being said on the field. That's also a loss of down. That's that gesture behind the heads means that it's a loss of down. Intentional grounding is that, and when you throw it across the line of scrimmage, also you lose one down.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the good news is Tom Kraft is trying to get O'Connell to make good decisions. This was a good decision, albeit just a little bit late, but he got out of the pocket at the right time and then threw the ball away.
Second down coming up. There's a handoff to Bourne. Bourne's is shut down, and now Air Force trying to solve this big, burly power back. He'll be dropped still about 11 yards short of the first down. Ryan Carter there to make the tackle. One of the real leaders on this football team.
The San Diego State offensively, Gary, is only converting at about 28% on third down, and so third and long situations like this is not where you want to make a living.
So it's going to bring up now a third down, 11 yards to go. Air Force now trying to make a stop. They've had a tough time stopping San Diego State. Blitz is coming. O'Connell scrambling to the far side of the field, throws up the field, overthrown, incomplete, as he tried to make the connection with Jeff Webb, who was coming back to the football. So they are going to have to punt it away, and Air Force with Sutton defending on the play, the sophomore out of Longview, Texas. And coming in to punt the football will be Hughes. Hughes lost the punting job to Garrett Palmer, but Hughes is back in now. He's only averaging over 37 yards a punt. J.P. Waller goes back for the Falcons. 9:22 to go. First half. We're tied at 14. Hughes, big rush. They were close to getting that. I don't know if they got a piece of it or not. It's a funny looking kick. It bounces to the 45 and rolls dead at the 43. And so that was a near block on the play. Hughes, not a very good punt. Air Force, good field position, and we're tied at 14.
Stop it. I'm not doing anything. Stop it. I didn't do anything. Stop it. I didn't do anything. Stop it.
Hey.
Conoco Quality Pro Clean gasolines help clean your engine as you drive.
Stop it. I'm not doing
so you can focus on more important things. Conoco, life happens between empty and full. Quality Pro Clean gasolines have been recognized as top tier by leading automakers.
Hi, I'm Dick Jaff. I've made a list of 68 reasons why we can sell furniture for less, and here are a few of them. Volume. We sell huge quantities delivered and picked up from a warehouse that saves you up to 50%. We do our own trucking, saves freight costs, duplicate handling, and we can consolidate shipments. No free financing. Interest is not free. We'd have to mark up all of our furniture for free financing. The bottom line is I'm determined to sell furniture for less.
Tourniquet! Tourniquet! X-ray coming through!
Internal damage. Don't these people know you can't tell what a tomato tastes like by squeezing it?
Stop the abuse and start looking for the label. It's easy to pick a tomato that tastes homegrown. Just pick Nature Sweet.
Head contusion.
We're tied at 14. San Diego State was able to strike first in this game as O'Connell's able to hit Michelow, the true freshman, tight end. And then Adam Fitch went 63 yards, the longest run from scrimmage. Bournes cracked in, stayed on his feet, and then Fitch came back with his second touchdown. And that's where we stand right now as we have 9:10 to go here in this first half. After that 38-yard punt by Hughes, Air Force will start from their own 44-yard line. It is getting cold here.
It sure is.
It is not getting any warmer. Here is Fitch. Pitches back. This is Hanley. Hanley able to dodge one tackler. Gets to the 47. Well, I said it was getting cold. Let's get an update from our weather person. Here's Anne-Marie Anderson.
The snow's let up a little bit, but the temperature has dropped a little bit. It's about 27 degrees. That's very typical for a team to have a heater like this on the sidelines. But I wanted to show you guys, this is the Cadillac of this operation. Air Force has heated benches for all the players to keep sitting on.
Are you going to sit there?
I might sneak a seat in there.
All right, there's Holstage now, and boy, is he shut down. They only needed a yard, but boy, was he hit hard by Kirk Morrison. A Mountain West Conference Defensive Player of the Year, the All-America semifinals for the Butkus Award. You can go on and on. He is something special. And he came over and knocked that play down in a hurry, but they did get the first down.
Morrison is the guy that has to have a monster game today. He has to run from sideline to sideline in order to shut this triple option down. He was the catalyst for that, only giving up 3 points a year ago against this triple option.
Sam Morrison is something to watch. He's fun to watch. Here's Fitch pitching back to Holstage. And Holstage going nowhere. Holstage, the senior, who has just willed his way onto this football team out of Caledonia, Michigan. He's a guy with a big, huge heart. And that's the reason he's playing for this football team.
And he's the best blocker on the football team. That's generally his role. He doesn't carry the ball very often. He's almost always the lead blocker from his slot back position.
So it's going to bring up second down. They got nothing on that play. But what they're doing now is they're stretching the San Diego State defense. They're running now sideline to sideline with the options, and then Fitch with good decision-making, keeping from time to time. On the second down, he wants to throw. Looking, throwing deep, wide open, ball up, overthrown. He had a man wide open. That was Alec Meserol, and he just couldn't get to it. I mean, there was no one within 10 yards of Meserol.
I don't know whether this was a good fake by Fitch or a misread by Fitch and the receiver there. He almost got hung up thinking he was going to run a quick slant, and I think that's why the overthrow came, because it looked like he was caught off guard, Fitch was, by the route that Meserol run, and right now they're discussing it on the sideline.
Meserol, a real street fighter, a very physical player, tried to come up with that. Thus far, Air Force has not completed 1 yard passing-wise. Here's Fitch, pitches back, and Butler is cut down. I mean, and the ball came out, did it? Was it fumbled? We're waiting for the determination, indicating whether it is San Diego State's ball. It is. They got it. They got it. That's a second turnover. And that was Stephen Larson out of Chandler, Arizona, who made that big hit. Wow. And that's going to give the ball to San Diego State at their own 49.
I think Larson recovered the ball, Gary. It looks like to me number 42 coming from the outside. Josh Dean is the one that blows this play up. Hard support right there is Josh Dean, number 42. Whoa. Larson forced the quick pitch and then recovered the fumble, and Josh Dean just flat blew that play up.
Blew it up is right. I mean, Butler just had his legs cut out from under it. And the Falcons now in a little bit of difficulty. After everything going well, they give up the football, their second turnover of the day. O'Connell back to throw. He's going deep. Ball up. Webb overthrown and intercepted. It's picked up by Carson Bird, the freshman. Bird out to the 20, to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back turnovers. Carson Bird, they love this guy.
There are so many times when an offense gets the ball back and it's kind of transition offense. They want to strike quick, and it was the right play, Gary, but the wrong throw. He had the post, O'Connell did, but he just absolutely throws over the top.
Carson Bird, who went to prep school, a freshman out of Sharpsburg, Georgia, and they said that he is fearless. He's one of the best cover guys they have, and you can see why.
And to be one of the best cover guys, Gary, you have to be fearless.
There's a penalty flag now after the play. Let's see what this is about. We have an illegal block against Air Force. Fisher wants to know why, but his team does have the football.
Right play, wrong throw. This ball has to be flatter. Throw the ball to him right there and across the field. You have him open. Webb was running a post route. Bird had him covered over the top. You have to drive that throw right in there, Gary, and not throw it over the top that time.
That was a heck of a play by Bird. Not
really
only make the interception, but he stayed on his feet, got the ball further up the field. However, some of that will be negated because of the penalty against the Falcons, and they'll start from the 13.
But you could see from that angle that O'Connell, if he drives the throw in there, then Webb is able to keep his body between himself and the ball, and he comes down with that catch.
So Air Force bad field position, but they get the ball back. Jacoby Kendrick is the fullback. And it's going to be Fitch keeping spins, fights his way across the 15, and that is a very resourceful effort by the junior out of Gillette, Wyoming. He got the ball to the 17 where there was nothing on that play. Farwell eventually made the tackle.
And Jonathan Bales at nose tackle, number 99, had the first shot at him that time and should have had Fitch for about a 2-yard loss.
So we approach 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. Air Force has turned it over twice. San Diego State one time, and right now the last turnover has given the ball to the Falcons. They have a 2nd and 4 on the pitch. The pitch coming to Butler. Butler shut down, and the ball comes out again, but he gets on this. And boy, I tell you, Donnie Baker, who's only 170 pounds, came up and smacked him down, and Butler has taken a couple of shots on 2 pitches.
And this is the difference right now. Force the pitch, and then the support by that guy right there, Donnie Baker, is the difference. They weren't getting that support from their corners early in this football game. They're getting it now.
Butler fumbled the last one. This one was down by contact. It's going to bring up a 3rd down now. 5 yards to go for the Falcons. Tell you what, this San Diego State team, they will hit you. That dark side defense, I mean, they get physical. Here is Fitch now on the option. Pitches it back. It's going to be Holstead. Got the corner. Got the first down. He's across the 35. So they continue to get good decision-making by Fitch, executing the triple option, and Air Force on a 3rd down able to convert.
And what's interesting is when we talked to Tom Kohlmeyer, the defensive coordinator for San Diego State, Holstead was their key in reading the option, but they're turning Holstead into the ball carrier. And I think San Diego State is finding it hard to find out who are they supposed to be reading to sort out their assignments.
Even though they thought using 4 linebackers would help a lot with that. Back to throw is Fitch. He's got the ball up in the air. Waller, the intended receiver, double coverage. J.P. Waller, who at the start of the day was tied for the leadership in catches with Meserol with 22. Couldn't get to that one, but Fitch still trying to strike through the air.
Yeah, that still sends a message. Chuck Peterson, the offensive coordinator for Air Force, talked about that. We're going to take our shots. We'll have receivers open, but it sends a message anyway. It keeps people off the line of scrimmage. And right now, San Diego State is putting at least 8 guys on the line of scrimmage every play.
It'll bring up 2nd down, and Air Force going to stay after it. They're going to get one of those sooner or later, they think. Stop the clock. 6:10 to go here in the second quarter. Kendrick at fullback, back to throw, over the middle, a catch is made. It's going to be Sharon. Sharon makes the catch. Chris Sharon got the first down, and Sharon, one of the guys you don't see a lot on this football team. He hasn't made that many catches. Made a huge catch there, only his 3rd of the season out of Grand Island, Nebraska. Big play of 26 yards. That'll mark it now just across the 40. So Fitch mixing it up.
And it's interesting that clear back this summer when we were talking to Fisher DeBerry about this team, he thought Fitch would be the quarterback. This was before the injury, and he talked about he's a good thrower.
Yes,
he's not as good as Carney, but he can throw the football.
You know, they were talking about he played in 9 championship events when he was in the state of Wyoming. We're going to have a timeout called now, as we have a timeout called by San Diego State. Fisher DeBerry's team now starting to really get this triple offense going. We're tied at 14.
right seats. Just one more thing to love about Outback, where you can enjoy our golden boomerang shrimp and our taste bud thriller salmon griller. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right.
Where does reality end and pure vision begin? It all starts with a Pioneer plasma display. The purest color, the purest experience. Pure vision. Only from Pioneer.
I don't know what I was thinking. I tried to tell you, genius. I can't believe I'm in this situation. We're not having fun anymore. I'm feeling your pain. I don't know what to do. Hey, look at me. We all make mistakes.
Told you about the tires, huh?
Yeah. Should have gotten Cooper.
Buying tires is a big decision. Next time, get everything you want. Cooper Tires. Don't give up a thing.
Well, we have a very good football game on a less than ideal weather day as we have 6:02 left to go.
What's wrong with the weather?
Well, if you're, you know, living in an igloo and you're up in Alaska, maybe you'd like it. Yeah, you have that kind of an outfit on. They might be pretty warm. Who cares? But I am really impressed the adjustments that Air Force has made in this game. Early in the game, Kelly, they had nothing going. And all of a sudden now, they have the San Diego State defense reeling. They have a first down now. As we have 6:02 left to go in this first half of play, they have it to the 39-yard line of the Aztecs. Kendrick, the sophomore out of Midland, Texas, who will be their starting fullback next year. The blitz coming, and they catch Fitch from behind it. He gets rid of it to Hanley, and Hanley is able to get about 4 yards. Fitch on the blitz was cut from behind it, still got the pitch off.
Kirk Morrison, number 34, absolutely timed the blitz perfectly, and it's amazing that Fitch was able to get this pitch off because Morrison was literally hanging on his back when he pitched the ball.
I tell you, Morrison's so strong, I'm surprised Fitch didn't go down on that play. And instead, they're able to pick up some yardage, pick up 4. It'll bring up, let's make it 2nd and 7 as they gain 3. Fitch now going to change the play. He's got Kendrick and Hanley in the backfield. And he's going to keep, he pitches it back. It's Hanley to the 30, 25, 20, and knocked out of bounds. Another first down for the Falcons. And Hanley, a guy you're going to hear a lot about in the next 2 years, the sophomore who was recruited as a quarterback out of high school.
Right now, the issue for San Diego State is trying to find how to run this play down from the inside out. They were getting decent coverage from the corner, but when they block the corner, they're not getting any support whatsoever from the secondary.
10-yard gain, Fitch pitches back, and it's going to be Butler. Butler is going to get to the 10, inside the 10, and knocked down there. So Air Force relentlessly now running the option game, and has San Diego State now trying to figure out how they're going to stop this juggernaut. It'll be a 2nd down coming up. 2nd down and 3 yards to go. Air Force right now is running the Fisher to Berry option as well as he could ever hope it would be run. I mean, they are precision sharp. Here is Fitch giving off to Kendrick. Kendrick moves the pile. He's got a first and goal. The ball may have come out at it. There's a lot of scrambling going on. And let's see, the ball is fumbled into the end zone, and they're indicating a touchback. And San Diego State has the ball, and they'll bring it out to the 20. We never saw the ball. It looks like Khalees came up with it. Let's see if we can locate how Kendrick had the ball taken away from him.
You could only assume there was a fumble because people kept scrambling after what was apparently the football. We can see it right here at the end. They're stripping it. Yeah, Kendrick was definitely trying to find the football.
And Farwell, again, I believe, as part of this, he did this earlier, remember?
Right there. The ball's out before he gets to the ground. We can see the ball rolling on the ground right there. It's kicked around a little bit and ends up in the end zone with San Diego State jumping on top of it.
Well, the turnovers now, 3 against Air Force. And Fitch goes back up to talked to Chuck Peterson, the offensive coordinator. The calls have been good. They just didn't hang on to the football. Handoff now to Bournes. Bournes plugs forward, and he's able to chug out close to the 25-yard line. So this is a game where Air Force has turned it over 3 times, and they're still tied up. Now, Fisher's really upset. Fisher DeBerry's clear out on the field. I don't know what he's upset about, but he's hot.
I think he's questioning whether that was a fumble or not.
Well, you know, in the Mountain West Conference, their rule is when there's a play and there's a lot of congestion, it is a fumble. That is the ruling. If there's any contesting of the play, they rule it a fumble. There is now O'Connell scrambling out and throws it incomplete. Try to hit Kevin Pitts, his wide receiver. So maybe that's what Fisher is saying.
Well, to explain that a little bit, Gary, it's if in doubt, rule it a fumble, because statistically they show if they go back and look at replays when they didn't know whether it was a fumble or not, a high percentage of the time, indeed, the ball was out and they should have ruled it a fumble.
Well, let's see if we can spot it from a different angle.
I really don't think this was a question at all, and we don't know if this is what Fisher DeBerry was upset about. But this ball is out before either knee was down. The ball's already gone.
Yeah, that was a good
already
call.
on its way.
So there's no criticism of the decision. Bournes now, the running back. O'Connell back to throw, and the completion? No, it's incomplete at the 30-yard line. Jeff Webb tried to come up with a grab, and that'll stop the clock with 4:22, and they're going to have to punt it away. So Air Force still has a very good opportunity here. They'll get the ball back with 4:22 left.
And Air Force's defense has really benefited from Air Force's offense. Air Force's offense have driven the ball the last 2 possessions, and I think it's really taken the San Diego State offense out of rhythm.
Now, Air Force has 1 timeout left. On a 4th and 6, Hughes to punt away. Waller goes back. They didn't put a rush on. Waller came up very returnable. Waller to the 45, to the 50, and he takes it to the Aztecs' 48-yard line, and that's where the Falcons will set it up. We're tied at 14. Very interesting football game. Air Force has really hurt themselves with the turnovers.
The Rose Bowl. New Year's Day, 100,000 fans will pack this place. Impressive number. Allstate has their own impressive number, 1 million. That's about how many drivers switched to Allstate last year, enough to fill 10 Rose Bowls. Why? Many of them saved an average of $278 a year. Now that calls for a parade. Championship insurance for less. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Some people deserve special treatment, especially now.
In honor of America's heroes, Furniture Row Shopping Center is having a Veterans Day Extra Savings event. All veterans, active military, police, fire, and rescue workers and their families will, for a limited time, receive an extra 7% off our already guaranteed lowest prices. Plus, all those who qualify can get no payments and no interest until 2006. Hurry in with any proof of service. Furniture Row's Veterans Day Extra Savings event ends Tuesday, November 16th.
If you have a late model car that has damage, is drivable, and you're paying for the repair out of your own pocket, Maaco's new Cosmolition repair service is for you. Maaco will get the job done fast and with a guaranteed seamless repair. Best of all, at Maaco, it'll cost a lot less. On average, Maaco repairs cost 33% less than at body shops and car dealers. For all your cosmetic and collision needs, better get Maaco, America's Cosmolition specialist.
At the edge of the Rocky Mountains, we're tied at 14. Air Force has 3 timeouts left to get the ball, and Boise State has extended their winning streak to 20 in a row, surviving in double overtime. As trying to move it to San Jose State, trying to keep this game alive, and could not, and Boise State escapes again.
Throw the ball there. That was 4th down to win the football game, or at least tie it up.
You can see now Boise State 10th in the BCS standings. Boy, they've had some close games. And got to give them credit, though. They find a way to win them, don't they?
And there are going to be some losses above them, but I don't know if they have the ability to move up a great deal from this point.
From the 48-yard line, Air Force, I said they had 1 timeout. They have 3 timeouts. And this is Darnell Stevens, and he's going to lose a yard on the play as he is cut down at the 49-yard line. Air Force on a little delay that time, and looks like Stevens a little shaken up on the play, gets up a little gimpy as he goes back to the huddle. Clock running, 3:50. Boy, Air Force has been able to stay even with San Diego State despite the 3 turnovers. San Diego State has turned it over once. Adam Cole now comes in at fullback. Pitches back. It's Stevens. Stevens stumbles as he tries to make the cut and goes down. He's about the 45-yard line, make it the 46. So still going to be 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
And you can't really blame Stevens for that. There was a lot more room if he can plant his right foot and get upfield, but it wouldn't have been a bad idea to just get as much as you can to get out of bounds and save a little bit of time on the clock.
So now it's going to be 3rd down and 8. See what Fitch does here. If he'll stay on the ground or try to throw one, as they're still looking for that big completion today. Adam Cole is the running back. And rolling out is Fitch, looking, throwing up the field, and it's caught for the first down by J.P. Waller. He had a couple of Aztecs around him, but he made the grab, and it'll be a first down inside the 35, and so Fitch on a 3rd down and 8, able to convert.
You have a receiver going to the flat and one running a curl route right there. Nice throw by Fitch to fit it in a very tight place. Donnie Baker had pretty darn good coverage on that play.
Yes, he did. That could have been going the other way. First down inside the 35, 2:50 now left in the half. Cole, the fullback. Here's Fitch rolling out, throwing up the field, and the catch made at the 15-yard line. And that is McMenemy. Robert McMenemy, the tight end who's been hurt so much this year. After catching a touchdown against Cal, they have missed him, and he's come back and made a big grab.
This is a great catch. The defender comes in front of it right there. Josh Gina wants to get his hand on the ball, and the question was whether he had control or not. Official over the top and one underneath, and you can see the reaction right here. It's not a touchdown, but it is a catch.
McMenemy, they think, could be one of the best tight ends they've ever had, the junior out of Snellville, Georgia. He hurt his neck after starting the season so effectively for Air Force. He had the touchdown catch against Cal. He was out 2 games. He's come back to start the last 2, and he's like an extended offensive tackle. He's such a good blocker.
He is, and that is really what we can't hear him anyway, so I
thought they changed the microphone.
It looked like they were during that last break, but what McMenemy brings, he is an excellent offensive line, but he also can do just what he did on that last play. He has the ability to catch the football and get downfield.
So Fitch now has a first down at the 15. 2:40. They still have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Cole is the fullback as they're going to wait to put this ball back into play. The officials getting it ready to go. Butler and Hanley in the backfield as well. Now, one of the officials is running to the near bench. What's this all about? We got a clock problem because he can't talk to the scorers table as well as us.
Still running. As he was running to the bench, the clock in the stadium was actually still running.
Well, now he's going to go back onto the field. It looked like he was trying to figure out if he had a communication through the telephone. Oh, modern technology, right?
Yeah.
So, with 2:44, Air Force still awaiting an opportunity to snap this football. Tied at 14. Falcons trying to even a record up at the year at 5-5. Handoff to Cole. Look at Cole again. Great effort. He gets to close to the 7-yard line, a couple of yards short of a 1st and goal. Excellent run by Adam Cole, the senior. Clock continues to run. 2:30 left.
Plenty of time. You've mentioned they still have 3 timeouts left. There's plenty of time. And actually, they want to now, they're at the point where they want to take as much of the time off the clock as they possibly can and leave San Diego State with literally nothing.
2nd down and 2 now for Fitch and the Falcons. And this is a give ahead to Cole again, and Cole's got the 1st and goal. That'll stop the clock. They move the sticks as he gets to the 4-yard line. So Air Force, last time they were down here, they self-destructed, fumbled into the end zone. Stay with us for our ESPN Plus halftime report. We'll have the ESPN USA Today scoreboard, stats and highlights, the BCS standings, Anne Marie's report on Air Force's Darnell Stevens. All that and more coming up at halftime. 1st and goal now, the 4. Cole straight ahead, fighting in. Cole is in. Touchdown, Air Force. So the Falcons this time took care of the football. And Cole able to take it in for his 3rd touchdown of the year.
And if you're San Diego State, you do not like what you're seeing. The last 3 times the Air Force has had the football, they have absolutely driven it right down the throat of this dark side defense. Even though one of them they fumbled into the end zone, they have absolutely driven the ball right down their throat.
And for the first time today, Air Force leads in this football game. They've been playing catch-up the entire first half. Point after attempt coming up. And the kick by Greenaway this time, it is going to be good, and it's 21-14. 7 plays, 48 yards, and the Falcons have taken the lead. Today's Mountain West game is brought to you by Allstate, a proud sponsor of the Bowl Championship Series. Arctic Cat Snowmobiles, share our passion. Quest, the spirit of service. Well, Kelly, I got to say this about Air Force. You don't turn the ball over 3 times and a half and get a lead. Very seldom does that ever happen.
Well, very seldom, and that's one of the 4 critical areas that Fisher DeBerry talks about. And right now, they want to be +2 at the end of the game in order for them to have a chance to win. They're not getting it done. But the passion that Fitch has brought to this team the last few weeks, that Arctic Cat, share our passion. Well, that's what Fitch is saying to his teammates. Share my passion, and let's go out and have fun playing this football game.
Well, we've had a lot of adjustments. Air Force has made the last adjustment and really has done well after not getting anything going early in the game. Here's the kickoff, and they're going to have to go to a knee, and San Diego State will have it from the 20. They have 1 timeout left.
And that San Diego State offense, Gary, think back when I talked about this. They had it going. They were in rhythm. They were doing some nice things on the field, but then Air Force's offense got the ball, and they maintained a drive. And in this cold weather, that young offense for San Diego State was sitting over there on the sidelines. They haven't been the same since.
There's the drive, and Cole with the touchdown, the senior. And he was really giving great second effort on this play.
And Air Force loves to end a drive like this. Jam it down their throat and then give it to the fullback 3 times in a row, with the 3rd one resulting in a touchdown.
Minute 51 left in the half. O'Connell trying to come back. His team trending for the first time. He dumps it and completes it to Franklin. Franklin coming out of the backfield is going to be tackled at the 36. That'll be a first down. Stop the clock with 1:43. Boy, Franklin, a little scat back at 5'7" and 180 pounds.
This is what O'Connell is doing better. Right there last week, he would have been out of the pocket, but now he's doing a little bit better job of keeping his focus down the field. Find Franklin. Franklin can do more with the ball on the run than O'Connell can.
O'Connell has thrown the touchdown. He suffered an interception. Give off to Franklin. Ball loose, and the ball being fought for. Who's got it at the 38-yard line? It looked like Franklin never got the exchange. He tried to come up with it once after he bobbled it. Then the ball came out, and San Diego State has recovered.
You're right, and Julian Madrid, number 4 right there, should have just fell on the football, and he gave Devin Pitts a chance. There's the mishap in the, he never did have his hands on it. Fall on the football at the end.
Boy, they're lucky to get that back.
Madrid needs to fall on the ball right there. He thought he could get a bounce and get into the end zone.
That's been a big play for Madrid. He's out of San Diego. Here is O'Connell sprinting out, going, oh, what a big hit by Sutton. Chris Sutton unloaded that time. And the recipient of the hit was a sophomore by the name of Brett Swain. And Swain, actually a redshirt freshman, really paid for that one.
O'Connell needs to see out in front of the receiver a little bit, or your receiver isn't going to go make a play for you if you put him in this position very often. Sutton does a great job timing it just right and absolutely delivering the hammer.
Boy, I tell you, Sutton is going to be one of those players you're going to hear a lot about, the sophomore out of Texas who has played with such confidence. We mentioned the big interception, a 44-yard return last week against Army. Here's O'Connell stepping up in the pocket. He throws it, completes it to Franklin. That'll be a first down. Make that Ortiz. Ortiz with the first down catch at the 49. That'll stop the clock with 50 seconds left in the half.
50 seconds, 1 timeout, Gary. And now what you want to use your timeout if you have a big play. Other than that, try to get out of bounds, or of course in college football, it stops the clock after a first down.
So O'Connell now in a hurry-up posture. 50 seconds left. As Kelly mentioned, 1 timeout. Clock put back into motion. They have it their own 49. The blitz is coming. Franklin picks up the blitz. O'Connell scrambling out of the pocket. Throws it beautifully for another first down. A nice ad-lib effort. It's Ortiz on the receiving end again. Another first down. They'll mark it at the 36 of Air Force.
Yeah, and O'Connell just made a mistake right there. He called a timeout, and the clock was going to stop anyway because he picked up a first down. Good job of avoiding the rush just a little bit right there. Keep your focus downfield, find Pitts. That's exactly what Tom Kraft wants this young quarterback to do better, and he's doing a fine job right now.
But they did use their final timeout. That was Rodzinski on the blitz. Franklin, not very big, was able to delay that blitz enough to give O'Connell just enough time to scramble out and complete the pass.
But then the youthful mistake by a young quarterback in the end, Gary, he did not have to burn the timeout right there, and it could definitely be the difference between getting points and not at this point in time.
37 seconds left as Kraft now probably calling 2 plays right now as encouraging O'Connell. Well, we knew that Boise State won. They now have gone to 20 straight wins. Southern Cal, Oklahoma, that's the USA Today rankings. Auburn was having a tough time with Georgia. Georgia's 15-1 on the road in their last 16 games. A lot of people feel Wisconsin could be as good as anybody
in the country.
They
go to Iowa next week, though. And Iowa's playing very, very well right now. And then you have Utah. I mean, it's going to be hard to keep Utah out of the BCS. I guarantee it. If they win out, which they probably should, that's a team that deserves to be playing in one of those bowl games.
I wonder what the weather's like in Laramie today. Utah up there in Wyoming playing the Cowboys. And the Cowboys are 5-0 at home, so don't assume that they're going to go into that BYU game unbeaten. That could be a tough game against Joe Glenn's
Two tough
team.
games, and that's why I believe you have to put Utah in a BCS game, because it's tough to play in Laramie, Wyoming, regardless of who you are. Just ask North Carolina, who beat Miami since they got whooped down in Laramie.
I had a North Carolina game after Utah played them, and 18 players from North Carolina were hurt in that game. That's how physical Utah is. Here's a flag as the ball was snapped to O'Connell.
Offensive line, about 3 or 4 of them were moving too quickly that time.
Justman, one of those. Kind of a revamped offensive line. They've had to really do some patchwork up there.
Prior snap. Oh, sorry. Offense, number 75. 5 yards. Hey, down.
Hey, the microphone's working.
Number 75, but you could have said number 71, number 63. You could have added to that. But this is what a young offense does, Gary, and why they have trouble scoring points is because foolish mistakes when they're getting close, getting plus territory.
Well, they've just had so many problems. Other than Kratchulik up front, they've really had no continuity up there. Schmidt, the center's done a nice job. The junior college transfer from Palomar. There's a quick slant, complete to the 30. It will not be enough for the first down. Webb makes the catch.
And remember, they have no timeouts now.
Clock running. They're about 2 yards short of the first down. Line of scrimmage to 30. As O'Connell now will back it out. Clock down to 20 seconds. Back to throw, throws up the field, another quick slant. That will be a first down. No, it's not caught. They say the ball came out. As that will stop the clock now with 14 seconds. That was Webb who tried to come up with a catch.
14 seconds on the plus 27. You have no timeouts left. You can take a shot, maybe even 2 to the end zone. Actually, it's going to be third down. One side says second down, the other side says third down.
It's third down.
So you have one shot maybe here to the end zone, but you can't get caught with the ball in bounds or time's going to run out.
And again, that timeout that they burned really has hurt them, because they really are going to have to hurry to get the field goal team in if they don't get this play and the clock stopped somehow. 14 seconds, back to throws O'Connell. He throws up the middle, it's caught at the 10, and inside the 10 goes Ortiz. Now they'll stop the clock to move the sticks. They're going to have to spike the ball. 7 seconds left in the half. O'Connell now will spike it. You would assume the clock will start. They put it into play, and there's the spike. And now with 5 seconds. Jay O'Connell has shown me something on this drive, though. He's scrambled, he's bought time, he's thrown on the run. He's going to be a good quarterback.
He really is, and I wrote down one of the keys in my own notes at the top of this game is O'Connell and the rest of these young guys on offense relax and enjoy the opportunity to learn. This is a great opportunity. You're not going to a bowl game. You don't have a winning streak on the line or anything like that, but they can win by this young man getting a great deal of experience.
This will be a 26-yard field goal attempt. Garrett Palmer, the freshman, he's 9 of 6 this year. Out of the hold of Tanner Ekstrom. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So San Diego State salvages something on this final drive with 2 seconds left in the half.
That was impressive. That was really impressive to run the hurry-up offense and get points on the board and on the road in a hostile environment with the weather not very good. That was impressive.
Well, and you talk, Kelly, about going into the locker room with a little momentum. That has to give San Diego State a little lift. And so Tom Kraft's team got it done.
I heard Urban Meyer say that one time, Gary, about momentum into the locker room. You can see what they did on the scoring drive. 10 plays, 72 yards, only took 1 minute and 49 seconds, and that's a good thing because they only had 2 more than that.
That's right.
But Urban Meyer talked about one of the most underrated things is the momentum going into a locker room at halftime. I mean, a team really feeds on that and comes out in the second half, and Kraft is going to benefit from that right now.
Now, I know Tom Kraft a little bit. I played golf with him. I admire him immensely. But why is he wearing sunglasses? Is there some sunshine around here I don't notice?
I haven't seen that.
We haven't seen the sun all day. I guess when you're from San Diego, you just,
maybe they're
it's
snow
a habit,
glasses.
right? I don't know.
Snow glasses. Maybe they're not sunglasses.
I don't know, but I like him. He's styling pretty good, don't you think? Fisher on the other side, and Fisher not happy, obviously, about the fact that the Aztecs got 3. And what are they going to do here? Just squid this along the ground? That's what they'll do. It's hit up short, overspin Spence, and they battle for the ball. Time is over. Time is out. We come to the halftime. Now, San Diego State saying they recovered the ball, but it doesn't matter. So we have a 21-17 halftime lead by Air Force. Air Force trying to keep their bowl hopes alive. San Diego State, who has not won on the road all year long, 0-5. Tom Kraft's team, who had the lead early, they had it twice, 7-0 and 14-7. Now find themselves down 21-17 at the break on this cold, blustery day here on the front range of the Rocky Mountains. And so a lot of football left to be played. Both teams moving the ball well. And let's go down to Anne Marie. She's with Fisher DeBerry.
Coach, 3 turnovers in the first half, yet you still have the lead. How'd you overcome those turnovers?
Well, we're not where we need to be, and we did turn it over too much, Anne-Marie, but, you know, we should have picked up one right there in their last possession and maybe run it in or maybe covered it and given our offense a chance to get back on there. But, you know, we have too many penalties. We've got too many turnovers, and we've got to go back now, and I think our defense is gotten into the flow of the game and feels like that they know what they're doing. We got to go back and get some turnovers this second half.
Thank you, Coach. Guys, back to you.
If you've never been around Fisher DeBerry, you have missed something in your life. What a classic season original. It's 21-17 at the break, as Adam Fitch has done a good job for the Falcons.
I'll just have a Coke. I'll have a chocolate cherry grape Coke, please.
A what? Breakfast time.
I like getting my taste buds up and running. Morning, gents.
Yeah.
Here's a little chocolate, here's a little cherry, here's a little grape, and then you got some cola in there, too. Deal with it, and I'll see you, I'll see you at lunch.
Right.
Your favorite flavors. Sonic's got them, others don't. Start your day right and make Sonic your morning drink stop. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Feel good about this.
Conoco Quality Pro Clean gasolines help clean your engine as you drive, so you can focus on more important things. Conoco. Life happens between empty and full. Quality Pro Clean gasolines have been recognized as top tier by leading automakers.
If you can't remember which full-size truck has the best-in-class interior space,
best-in-class standard V8 power and the best-in-class 4x4 towing capacity. Remember the Titan. And don't forget $2,000 cash back or 1% financing at your Nissan dealer now. The full-size Nissan Titan. Unforgettable.
I'll reach over and flick up that toggle. The only place in the world where I can have a day where everything goes my way. All I want to do is race, Daddy. Just like you.
Winner ain't the guy with the fastest car, son. Just the one who refuses to lose.
The winner, Mr. Dale Earnhardt.
We make a lot of long-distance calls. With Quest, no matter how much or how little we talk, we save. We'll see you in Minneapolis. And when we're away, we don't pay for an expensive, unlimited calling plan.
With Quest, you get the local features you need and our flexible 5-cent per minute long-distance plan with a low monthly fee that caps at $20 per month maximum. Another example of the Quest promise of values.
Woohoo, Marion! We'll see you in Seattle.
Seattle?
What's going on here? That's our spirit of service in action.
It's halftime at the United States Air Force Academy, and the Falcons with a 21-17 lead. Let's look at some other scores around the country and some interesting games. Texas continues on. Iowa's now 8-2, and Auburn remaining unbeaten maybe. But how about Michigan State leading Wisconsin? And we documented earlier Boise State in 2 overtimes, winning their 20th in a row. We come back, we'll be joining Anne Marie and a look at what's been going on in the Mountain West Conference.
You'd never hear this from John, but he owns the best car repair shop in town. He's got a well-deserved reputation for getting it right the first time. He listens to his customers. He uses top-quality Napa parts, and he backs up his work every time. Now, as much as we'd like to take credit for it, a shop like John's isn't this good because there's a Napa sign out front. Fact is, there's a Napa sign out front because John's shop is this good.
Where does reality end and pure vision begin? It all starts with a Pioneer plasma display. The purest color, the purest experience. Pure vision. Only from Pioneer.
The Mountain West Conference is providing area schools with a fun online learning program. This interactive sports-related software motivates kids to achieve academically and helps increase overall performance in school. Like we said, it helps everyone in school. To get your child's class started today, visit us online and download the teleteacher form. The Mountain West and Kids College. Education comes first.
Fuel the Fury. College football teams feed off their home crowds, and now's your chance to be a part of it all. Help the Air Force Falcons as they take flight once again. Get your tickets now online at airforcesports.com or call the Air Force ticket office at 800-666-USAF. Don't miss one of the greatest atmospheres and best values in all of college football. Get online now, airforcesports.com, the easiest way to get a great seat, or call 800-666-USAF today. Fuel the Fury.
Because of many American heroes, we move about our lives and enjoy freedom every day. That's why Denver Mattress is having a special Veterans Day extra savings event. For a limited time only, all veterans, active military, police, fire, and rescue workers, and their families will receive an extra 7% off our low factory direct prices. Plus, all those who qualify can get no payments and no interest until 2006. The Veterans Day extra savings event at Denver Mattress. It's our way of acknowledging our American heroes for helping us all to rest easier.
Tourniquet! Tourniquets, Ray! Coming through!
Internal damage. Don't these people know you can't tell what a tomato tastes like by squeezing it?
Stop the abuse and start looking for the label. It's easy to pick a tomato that tastes homegrown. Just pick Nature Sweet.
Head contusion.
It is cold here in Colorado Springs, starting to snow again. Air Force with a 21-17 lead, and let's join Anne Marie Anderson.
Thanks, Gary. Even after last week's 63-31 win over Colorado State, the Utah Utes are still fighting to get back into bowl position in the BCS. It's time now to take a look at the BCS standings, brought to you by Allstate, a proud sponsor of the Bowl Championship Series. You can see that Utah slipped one spot to number 7. All the people in Utah are up in arms, including Orrin Hatch, the senator there, who said he wants an investigation if they don't win the next 2 games and don't move into a BCS position. Stay tuned, because Gary and Kelly will have more on this later in the broadcast. But for now, the Mountain West Conference was full of outstanding performances again last week. Let's take a look at some of the most outstanding performers in the conference. This week's co-offensive player of the week is Utah quarterback Alex Smith. Smith earned the honor by completing 21 of 26 passes for 298 yards and 4 touchdowns. It's the 5th time this year Smith has earned that honor. Sharing the honor with him is Wyoming quarterback J.J. Ratterink. Ratterink completed 22 of 36 passes for 227 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's got a challenge, though. He's playing Utah today, and Utah has the defensive player of the week, Morgan Scalley. Scalley, the senior, racked up 2 interceptions and 1 88-yard fumble return. We'll see how he does today in the cold and snowy Laramie weather. And the special teams player of the week is BYU kicker-punter Matt Payne. It's the 5th time this season Payne's been awarded the honor. Those are your Conoco players of the week. One of the Air Force Academy's most valuable assets is senior halfback Darnell Stevens. Yes, he can run, yes, he can catch, but most of all, he's exactly the type of athlete who succeeds in a place like the Air Force Academy. The Air Force Academy is not your ordinary college, and that seems to be the perfect fit for Darnell Stevens, who is not your ordinary college football player.
Darnell can be as good as any back in this conference. Darnell is a basketball player playing football. He'd much rather be playing basketball if he had his choice, because he played on a great high school basketball team. But no, he loves football.
At Midwest City High School, Stevens led the men's basketball team to back-to-back Oklahoma State championship titles. But when it came to college, he traded in the hardwood for turf.
You know, he's a fun guy to be around, really takes everything very serious in what he does, has an awful lot of pride in not only the way he plays football, but has an awful lot of pride in his academics and the things that his military. He's just the consummate of a complete cadet.
As a member of the Air Force football team, Darnell plays his part in the triple option. Even though he only averages about 7 carries per game, Stevens has a positive outlook towards his role in the Falcons' offense.
It's not really about stats for me. I just want to do my job, and if I get the ball once, twice, however many times, I want to just do my job. Or if I'm blocking, whatever I want to do, I just want to do my best. So, you know, you look at some other running backs, they get the ball maybe 15, 20 times a game, and sometimes I might only get it 4 or 5, but that really doesn't bother me because it's not about me, it's about the team and about us accomplishing our goals. So as long as we're winning and doing good, I'm happy.
Darnell Stevens and Air Force with a 21-17 lead as we'll continue.
Chuck, that's the 1,000,000th time you picked up that thing. You deserve a treat. Anything you want.
Anything?
Buy a new Arctic Cat snowmobile and get no money down, no interest, and no payments for 6 months, or 6.9% financing for 48 months, or up to a 3-year warranty.
Checking in, Mr. Nelson?
It's the 21st century. Trade like it with Ameritrade Apex.
Penthouse. Access granted.
An advanced trading platform that offers the service and cutting-edge technology active traders deserve. On the new Ameritrade website, built for traders by traders, you'll get free tools like QuoteScope with free Level 2 quotes and free streaming news, plus exclusive Apex events and webcasts. If you qualify for Ameritrade Apex, you get 50 free internet equity trades and $50 in cash, all for only $10.99 per trade and no service fees. Innovative technology and service give you an edge. It's the 21st century. Trade like it. Call 888-303-9951 today or go to ameritrade.com/apex.
The United States Air Force Academy offers a 4-year education like no other. The Academy focuses on 4 pillars of excellence: academics, military training, athletics, and character development. Cadets graduate with a Bachelor of Science degree and a commission as an Air Force officer.
Clean your house with products from your pantry and medicine cabinet. See which products pull double duty and which don't. Clean it, fix it, eat it. Sunday on Fox 21 News at 9, 1 hour earlier.
Some people deserve special treatment, especially now.
In honor of America's heroes, Furniture Row Shopping Center is having a Veterans Day Extra Savings event. All veterans, active military, police, fire, and rescue workers and their families will, for a limited time, receive an extra 7% off our already guaranteed lowest prices. Plus, all those who qualify can get no payments and no interest until 2006.